Ever have a dream so pure, so quiet, that it feels like the world should just let it be? That was me, picturing a small wooden dock by the lake behind my new cabin. Nothing grand, just a spot to sip coffee, watch the water ripple, and breathe. I'd escaped the city's grind, the endless deadlines, the life that never felt mine. But then she showed up, clipboard in hand, sunglasses gleaming like armor, wielding some ancient HOA rule like it was divine law. "You can't build that here," she said, her voice sharp enough to cut through my calm. I nodded, smiled, but inside, something sparked. If she wanted to play gatekeeper, I'd make her wish she'd never crossed me. I didn't just build my dock. I bought the whole damn shoreline. Let me take you back. My name's Ethan Caldwell, 37, freshly divorced, no kids, just a guy chasing peace after years of chaos. I'd saved every penny to buy a slice of freedom, a cozy cabin nestled against a glassy lake in a tidy little community. Picture it. Tall grass whispering in the breeze, birds chirping at dawn, the water so still it mirrored the sky. It wasn't just a house. It was a reset, a chance to live on my terms. From the moment I signed the deed, I had one simple dream: a modest dock, a place to sit, maybe cast a line, and watch the sunrise. I did my homework, checked the HOA's website, filed permits, measured setbacks, followed every rule to the letter. I wasn't looking for trouble. But trouble, it seems, had my address. Enter Clara Hensley, or as the neighbors muttered, Lake Tyrant. At 58, she was the HOA's unofficial dictator-type bun, mirrored shades, a smile that never touched her eyes. She didn't have a title, but she acted like she owned the place, especially if you were new, especially if she didn't like your vibe. I met her 3 days after moving in. No, welcome to the neighborhood. Just a pointed finger at my permit application and a smug. That's not getting approved, you know. I brushed it off, thinking she was just flexing. But that moment, that cold little jab, was the first ripple in a storm I never saw coming. I figured I'd done everything right. Permits filed, rules followed, environmental guidelines checked twice. I was ready to hammer posts and start my lakeside life. Then the letter arrived. One word stamped in red, denied. No real explanation, just some nonsense about community aesthetics and a vague HOA bylaw nobody could find. Guess who filed the complaint? Clara Hensley. She claimed my dock would ruin the lake's visual harmony. I dug deeper and learned she'd pulled the same stunt on 2 others. One gave up, one moved away. Clara didn't win because she was right. She won because nobody fought back. But I'm not built to roll over. I started poking around, talking to neighbors, scouring HOA rules, even pulling county records. That's when I noticed something off. Half a dozen homes had docks some bigger than what I'd planned. When I asked, folks shrugged. Their docks were grandfathered in, or Clara didn't care because they were her pals. That burned me. I wasn't here to start a feud. I just wanted what was fair. So I appealed. Denied again. Then came the warnings, the fines, piling up like kindling. Something shifted in minute anger. Not yet, but a quiet, burning question. Why did Clara get to decide who enjoyed the lake? What gave her that power? I dove in, spending nights poring over land records, tax maps, property lines, like I was unraveling a conspiracy. Then I found a bombshell. The HOA didn't own the shoreline. A 60-yard stretch, including the edge of Clara's own backyard, belonged to an out-of-state developer who'd never built on it. And it was for sale. That changed everything. The moment I saw that listing, a plan clicked into place. This wasn't about revenge, not entirely. It was about justice, about taking back the peace I'd come here for. If Clara wanted to hide behind her rules, I'd outmaneuver her, legally, cleanly. I called the agent. The land had sat untouched for years, no offers, no interest, just forgotten dirt nobody wanted. Except me. I offered full price, cash, no games. 3 weeks later, I owned the entire shoreline. I didn't brag. I didn't post it on the community board. I waited. On a warm Saturday, just after dawn, I started building. Tools out, lumber stacked, posts sinking into the soft earth. The lake was quiet, the air perfect. I was halfway through drilling when I heard Clara's voice, nasal and venomous, slicing through the morning. "You can't do that." She stormed down the hill, clutching a rolled-up rulebook like a weapon, her sunglasses flashing. "This violates Article 17. I turned, calm as the water, and handed her a single sheet. Not a permit, not an appeal. A deed me name, my land, the whole shoreline, including the strip behind her precious lawn. She stared at it, then at me, then at the dock. Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. For the first time, Clara Hensley was speechless. After that, the neighborhood changed. Clara, the untouchable lake tyrant, unraveled. Her confident strut became a shuffle. Her lake patrol stopped. Neighbors whispered she skipped HOA meetings entirely. People who'd cowered under her glare started stepping out, asking about the dock, the land, what it meant. Some even joked about checking their own property rights. The air felt lighter, like a fog had lifted, as if Clara's invisible grip on the community had snapped. I kept building, making the dock sturdier than I'd dreamed, adding a simple bench at the end, a quiet invitation for anyone to sit and share the view. The lake became a gathering spot again, not a battleground. Neighbors stopped by, some to thank me, others to marvel at how one deed had toppled a tyrant. It wasn't about beating Clara, though that felt good. It was about reclaiming something bigger, me peace, my dignity, the right to a simple joy. In the end, that dock wasn't just wood and nails. It was a line in the sand against unfair control, a reminder that power isn't just rule-sits, knowing your rights and standing tall. Every morning, I sit there, coffee in hand, the sunrise painting the water gold. I don't just see a dock. I see what happens when you fight smart, fight fair, and refuse to bend. Because peace isn't just a place, it's a promise you keep, no matter who tries to take it.